Now you guys understand that everything we see matters. Now you guys understand that side paths are not harmless, for good or for bad. They matter. The paths that we walk matter. So, I gave you guys a story to explain how to see the strings. How can we actually learn how to see them with just knowledge? Let's make it very simple for all of you. It's your journey. Every single thing that has occurred to you in your entire life is a great big string. Yet, you're like, well, that's not really helpful. Exactly. So let's break it down. Think about it as we're climbing the world tree, a tree that is in the middle of Earth. All right? So that would be in the middle of the ocean. And we're climbing that tree. And if we get to the top, we reach heaven, we reach ascension, we reach freedom. Each and every one of us begins climbing that tree the day we were born. Yet we don't know that. And as we start learning new things and as we start experiencing things, our arm moves each time. Okay? The only way you can get there is once you understand the entire journey. Once you can understand every single thing that made your arm move at all. If right now I hear someone outside whistle, that's a song that I recognize. That means something to me. It might not mean anything to you yet. But do you guys understand that that means that that song has a string attached to it that can move my path for good or for bad? But what else is that attached to? 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 You start asking yourself, like, well, what is that attached to? What is that attached to? What is that attached to? I'm like, well, it's a song from a video game. Okay. But what did it represent in that video game? And I'm like, a journey. A group of heroes who are trying to change how the world operates reached a location that no human had ever reached before. Yet they were told that it was paradise, where a God exists, the God of their world. And they get there, and it's empty. And this is a fantasy world. Think like medieval castles, okay? And when they get there, it's empty. There's not a single human. It's not paradise. Hear what I said? It's not paradise. Because remember, they were told that this location is paradise. They're just like, imagine beautiful green trees, a light breeze, an aroma that calms you, beautiful women, birds chirping, butterflies flying around, the sun not too warm, not too cold, shining bright, people smiling, people laughing, flowing rivers. But maybe they also just left it a little bit open for interpretation. It's just paradise. Well, what is paradise? For me right now, if you guys understand, it'd be an opportunity to have another girl, have a kid, be a dad, be a healer, have pets, educate them, raise them, live with them, create a life with them, explore. And that might not be paradise for you, but it is for me. Do you guys understand? That means that Their interpretation of what paradise is different than yours. How could that be possible? If it's the same location, they climbed the world tree, they reached the top, they reached paradise. They've all reached it at the same time. It's the same thing when they get there. They all see the same thing, theoretically. What we're going to understand is that even though they see the same thing, they interpret it differently. So they see it. And all of them are like, wait, what? This is not paradise. How is this possible? There's nothing here. Nothing at all. And that world, the top of the world tree, what it ends up being is our current world, guys. Skyscrapers, cars, AI, technology, laptops, phones, modern day clothes. But it's deserted, it's abandoned, it's destroyed because it fell apart. These people got corrupted. People became reliant on things, on external, on variables, on the strings that make them do. And the moment those were taken away, they all fell apart and they got into a conflict. At least that's what the notes that they were reading that are scattered across the ground, and they're piecing together the history of what happened here in paradise. Do you guys understand? For them, that all sounds foreign. They're like, whoa, this is a crazy world. This is how people used to live in this paradise? Whoa. Because remember, they lived in a different reality. Is this what happens to each and every one of us? We all have our own reality. So then when we experience someone else's, we're like, whoa. You guys see, though, they got there and they had all these expectations. It was their reason for doing it. It was their meaning. It was their purpose. It was their hope. It was their belief. It was that change, like they were going to reach paradise. It was the whole reason why they were fighting. And then they got there. And there was nothing there. I mean, they're getting all this new information. They're seeing all these things that they don't recognize. But do you guys understand? Those things aren't paradise for them. They actually could be. Do you guys understand? If they were living in a fantasy world and they had all these, let's just call them problems. Why are they problems? But they were having all these problems, and now they had access to all these new technologies and all these new tools and all these new resources and all these things that could actually remove, let's say they've discovered filtered water in this paradise, and in their world, water wasn't clean. Do you guys understand that all of a sudden that means that in a way it could solve a lot of their problems? Some people might consider that a paradise thing. You might not. Do you guys see? For them, they didn't consider any of these new things as paradise. They were just like, whoa, what happened here? Like they expected like life. They expected music, jubilation, happiness, smiling, laughter, nature, bright colors. And yet everything was just brown, gray, drab, like destroyed. Do you guys see that? Their entire journey from day one until they reached the top of the world tree and got to paradise created all these strings in them that dictated their interpretation of paradise. I mean, just even think about what I said, guys, what my current paradise would be. And I'm saying it's not deviating anymore at all. So I know it is my paradise. But you guys understand, for some of you, you have that. Some of you literally have a girl by your side right now, have a kid, and have a pet, and you all don't think that's paradise. And I'm saying that would be my paradise. How is that possible? How is that possible? That I see your life, any of you who have that, and I'm like, you are wasting paradise. You are wasting your life. You are not taking advantage of the opportunity that's in front of you. You guys have that. You're not being stopped. You're not being attacked. You're not being prevented. What are you all doing? Why do I view it that way and you don't? Because of our journey. Because of our journey. Because of the paths that we walked. Because of everything that we've experienced and everything that we've seen. Every single thing. Good and bad. Everything. Every single thing. Everything. It created our journey. And it created the strings that tie us. And do you guys understand that means that if you never untie them, if you never cut them, that means that you're enslaved to them. That means that you're trapped by them. It means that you're controlled by them. For most of us, the only reason why we walk the way we do, we talk the way we do, we respond the way we do, is because we're seeking our paradise, whatever that is for us, whatever they installed in us. And I'm saying, what if they keep it out of reach? What if they prevent it? What if they take it? What if they never allow you to get it? Well, then you're not going to do. And for some things, by the way, it's real. In some things, you're not going to do some areas anymore because you don't have those things. That's correct, by the way. It is. But what if you just don't ever do anything anymore? Well, that means that you're fully controlled by this string now. I'm saying that they don't let my paradise happen right now. They actively prevent it. And yet, how am I still able to do these things? And yet I'm telling you, these things have nothing to do with my paradise. If anything, there's a good chance they actually make them less likely. How is that possible? So let's go back to the example. So when they got there, each and every one of them viewed paradise differently. And it was exactly the same. It was exactly the same. I use the example, think of it like a swing set that's rusted, corroded. And they see it right there. They don't even know what a swing set is. It didn't exist in their reality. Do you guys understand? That means they have no string to it, but maybe they have a string attached to the corroded, rusted aspect of it. So they don't even know what the hole is, the swing. They don't know that kids played there. But what they do know is that they're like, oh, this looks like it's not maintained and that it's rusted and corroded. Clearly, there was devastation that happened here. Paradise doesn't have devastation. So when they get there, they've reached their destination. When they get there, they're disappointed because they overcame all of these encounters climbing this tree. So many obstacles, so many things to overcome, so many challenges and problems that when they finally got there, they expected something different. And it didn't happen. Do you guys understand how it can be done? Our entire journey are the strings that guide us, that push and pull us, but they also affect our interpretation, right? The ones that they experience the most recent, the most recent events right before they reach the top of the tree affect their interpretation. But do you guys understand that their overall expectation of what paradise is from everything that they've experienced? The entire journey. So what if when they got there, they all look at each other and they're like, well, this is not what we expected. This is not what we thought it was going to be. Was it all for nothing? Did we learn anything? I mean, was our fight pointless? In a way, it was. Do you guys understand? Because they did it for a reason.